Hello and welcome to NFL playoff action here on Ray and Sam Host Everything. I'm Ray Rayberg. With me, of course, is Sam Gresses. We are coming to you live from, well, not from NRG Stadium in Houston, but from a living room in Chicago, Illinois. And Sam, how do you think that's going to affect today's proceedings?
Well, see, here's the thing. The NFL and their commentators have to deal with the satellite delay so that no one says fuck words on the air. So this is actually going to be very similar to that. So if you're watching your TV right now, you're going to have to keep an eye out when the actual in-game action starts, when we actually start covering the proceedings, because your DVR, you may have to pause for a couple seconds to make sure the audio and the video match just right. But here's the really important thing about this matchup. I'm wondering how J.J. Watt's Papa John's endorsements are gonna affect him
His
in
focus
this wild
on the
card.
field?
Yeah, well, because here's the thing. I mean, he's been, since he signed that deal, since he's started to appear in those commercials. I don't know if you remember, but he was all but absent earlier this season. The Texans, everyone had written him off. Their defense wasn't as dominant as it had been in the past. J.J. Watt wasn't putting up superstar numbers. Then those ads started.
I've heard rumors that he literally sucked the playing ability out of Peyton Manning through Papa John's commercials, and that has reinvigorated him to continue his record.
So, like,
career.
the pizza was the Space Jam ball, and he, like, ate the pizza. Maybe it's just the pizza.
I think it's our first topic of conversation. You've already brought up Space Jam, and that is incredible.
Yep.
Now, there's a feature I did want to do before we get started.
Yes.
Pre-game, do you have any Gresses grinders for us?
Gresses,
totally original. Totally
grinders.
original idea.
Well, completely original, especially when we're covering a game also being covered by Tarico. And,
I don't know who you're talking about.
Who are these people? So a guy to watch out for, and he is a backup. Right, but he could see some in-game action. I think he's number 2 on the depth chart. Let me make sure. But yeah. So Brandon Wheaton, aka Doopy Pants, aka Dr. Dupe, backing up Brian Hoyer on the Houston Texans. Hoyer, the starting quarterback, has been up and down to say the least.
3 and 5 as a starter, I believe. Or
total?
Or yes, I believe. Or 2 and 3 actually. Sorry.
Sure,
3 losses out of 5.
I wouldn't be surprised if they take Hoyer out of the game, just period, not even due to an injury. I think that it's obviously it's a wild card game, win or go home, put everything on the line.
Someone else to keep an eye out in that Texans QB situation on the practice squad. Impact player Mike Kafka out of Northwestern University.
True. Northwestern's own Mike Kafka.
If we see, and we very well could with the way the Texans quarterback situation has gone, if we see 2 quarterback injuries, they may have to call Mike over from the hotel nearby where he's set up camp to sling the ball around a little bit. And I, for one, hope that we get to see that.
That would be wonderful.
Almost time for kickoff here at NRG Stadium. The fans are going wild, waving the towels.
Looks like the Chiefs won the toss.
Chiefs,
I'm sorry, the Texans won the toss.
Texans won the toss and deferred to the second half. Chiefs will be getting the ball first. Jeremy Maclin, Alex Smith, and company. Of course, both of these teams missing high-profile running backs in Arian Foster for the Texans and Jamal Charles for the Chiefs.
I'm very close friends with a bunch of Chiefs fans, actually, former writers for Kissing Susie Colbert, and they just are... When we got into this game,
and it looks like he's going to take it out of the end zone. It's Niall Davis.
He
makes a few men
miss.
He's going the opening kickoff.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Niall Davis is going to take it 105 yards to the house on the opening kickoff.
Holy crap!
No flags.
No flags at all. That there were a couple of key blocks there, and Niall Davis followed them beautifully.
106 yards is the official account, and Andy Reid looks as comatose as after eating a whole baker's dozen of donuts.
Oh my! Everyone's getting pancaked.
That was just, great scheme, great blocking scheme.
Yep.
Clean play, and I said we were going to see Alex Smith and his Chiefs offense first. I guess I lied.
No.
We're gonna go straight to. Well, I shouldn't say anything now. Maybe the Texans. DeAndre Hopkins might have something. DeAndre Hopkins.
So here's the thing, though. This is actually as counterintuitive as it may sound. Getting out to an early lead may not be the best thing for the Chiefs. If you think about it, an early score only took 10-ish seconds off the clock. Houston's going to have the ball now. And they might answer, and they might even score a touchdown out of it.
Andy Reid, historically bad at clock management.
Yeah,
suggesting
there you go.
that this opening kickoff return touchdown.
10 seconds off the clock. I would have liked to see Nile Davis maybe pull up and kneel it on the 5. Because then you got a high chance. Maybe you.
What's about selfless play?
Well, right. I understand that it's sometimes hard for these young running backs when they see an open lane to the end zone to not stop and do the smarter thing for the team, which is to not score the touchdown and take more time off the clock.
Nile Davis, the third-year pro out of Arkansas, starts this game off with a huge 106-yard touchdown kick return.
In all seriousness, that was a beautiful run. I mean...
So what can Bill O'Brien and these Texans do
they'll have to
answer? Now, an interesting thing, earlier today, Jadeveon Clowney, the high-profile pick out of South Carolina, inactive for the game, apparently left the stadium enraged when he found out he was going to be inactive. So a big weapon missing for the Texans, and some drama as well.
That's not going to be.
And this kick is not going to be returned. Keith Mumphrey takes a knee in the back of the end zone, and here he is, Brian Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer coming out.
The embattled Brian Hoyer. I'm sorry, 5-4 record as a starter. There it is. I knew there was a 5 in there somewhere.
Not great, and not really what you want to see when you're trying to have a playoff berth.
Well, Brian Hoyer starting in his first career postseason game, despite playing for as long as I've been alive, I'm pretty sure. He brings a man across, one man in the backfield, and it's going to go to him up the middle for a nice little game.
Nope.
Alfred Blue up the middle.
Runs into a wall, though, gain of about 3.
Looks like we were supposed to say something about Chris Clark here, the left tackle.
Why?
I assume he's good.
I would rather talk about Cecil Shorts, personally. I think he is due for another breakout game. Honestly, if they can get it going through the air, Cecil Shorts.
Good receiving core there. A couple of receivers who are number one receiving options for other teams. Hoyer drops back to pass, throws it across. It's behind Nate Washington.
He reached out for it though. He's trying to make a Spider-Man catch there.
Nate Washington, of course, used to be a high-profile receiver for the Tennessee Titans. Yep. Cecil Shorts coming over from the Jaguars.
That's
DeAndre Hopkins.
That's the interesting thing about this Texans team is it's kind of an island of misfit toys. You know what I mean? They're all very talented except for Brian Hoyer, but they've got receiving talent. They've got a talented running back. Alfred Blue's had a pretty okay season. I just don't know if they're meshing as well.
Hoyer out of the gun. He drops back.
Pressure coming. Is that
almost an incredible catch by Cecil Shorts?
Yeah.
But he just could not reel it in with one hand. 4th down.
He was open too. I think Brian Hoyer saw the pressure coming, got a little antsy. Probably could have waited on that ball for like another split second.
And it's a good thing Shorts got a hand on it because it looked like Eric Berry, of course, one of the feel-good stories of this NFL season, could have had the pick if it had gotten through. Leckler to punt. It's high
end, but he's going to be able to return this one.
And
he's
another nice hole.
No
look at the Texans.
The flag, that's going to be coming back though.
Leckler laying a hit at the end there on Hammond.
That was. I mean, he was the last man to beat. But I believe there will be
Frankie Hammond, the second-year man out of Florida, with a nice return. Let's see what the call is on the field.
Yeah,
holding. On Kansas City, so that's going to be coming back.
Yep. It's interesting. I mean, we on the return, they must have drawn up schemes like those cutback blocking schemes that to try and create some open field, and it's been working as long as they haven't been holding. Also, this is something you can only get from Ray and Sam host everything. We don't just commentate on football games. No, we commentate on ads too. So,
want me to ring up a little Toyota audio for you?
Yes,
there?
please. I'd love to. So,
if you're not watching in Chicago, or if you're not watching,
you have no idea.
You have no idea what's going on, and you know what? That's fine.
Here's the issue with this commercial. And I'll tell you this right off the bat. This isn't making me want to buy a truck. This is making me want to buy motorcycles and do cool jumps over trucks.
And Toyota does not sell motorcycles. You know, many Japanese car brands would also be able to sell you motorcycles.
That's true. That's true. Toyota, one of the few that can.
Oh, this commercial, that I have such an erection right now.
I think people an average of over $500 when they switch.
Oh God, she's just
Her face.
I'm in love.
Just her face, though.
The hair.
Her face is
I'm
just.
jealous of her hair. Also, that guy's last name is Chung. I just want everybody to know.
His last name is Chun-Li.
He is
Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
From Street Fighter. Good job, Progressive. Ooh.
Is this some Outback Steakhouse? Nope.
Oh no.
Chili's? This is some Chili's.
Is this Chili's?
Oh my god. Yep.
Hey, we've had some good times at Chili's.
We have. Chili's, the official restaurant of Ray and Sam Host Everything.
Well,
Please give
dark.
us money.
That's dark.
Please give us money.
Now back to our broadcast. Time to see Alex Smith go to work.
Yep.
11 years he's been in the league now. Perhaps this no time better than the present for him to make a deep run in the playoffs.
Yep, I know a bunch of apologists think that Alex Smith never really got a fair shake in San Francisco those few years ago. It's nice to finally see him able to take a team to the wild card game, and we'll see if they can make another run into the playoffs.
All right, it's getting loud.
There you go, Ray.
It's getting loud here in NRG Stadium,
Yep.
or I should say there in NRG Stadium. Smith's going to start out of the shotgun. He looks left, fires.
Oh,
He's got his
wow.
tight end, Jason Kelsey, with an impressive grab.
Yeah,
Travis Kelsey.
one-handed catch there.
Excuse me. Jason
Well covered,
Kelsey,
too.
being a lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles. Travis Kelsey with a great catch, and this offense is off and rolling.
Yep. It was good to see Alex Smith really kind of putting the ball on the money there. He put it in front of Travis Kelsey and let Travis Kelsey make the play.
Perhaps building up his confidence. They're going to come out of the I formation. He fakes the handoff, throws
and
left.
There you go, finds a man.
Complete for the first down to Albert Wilson.
Yeah.
Albert Wilson.
I mean, if there's one thing you know about Alex Smith, he's a master of those underneath routes. Getting those people 5 yards out and curling back.
Important to mention here, the Kansas City offense going with a backup center. Their normal starting center, Mitch Morse, out tonight, so we're going to see Zach Fulton, the 2-year pro out of Tennessee, and we'll see if the Texans are able to exploit it. It's a screen to
Another
Kelsey.
screen, yeah. Ends up big.
Upended.
Big tackle.
Upended there by
Joseph there.
Jonathan Joseph. He came to play today, going after the big boy.
That was a wrestling move there. That was a flapjack. But going back to the issue
Speaking
with
of
the center,
flapjacks, let's look at Andy Reid.
Yes. Oh my! I want he. You know what? He actually.
He's looking a little
I was
trim.
gonna say,
It's
honestly, he
unfortunate.
looks like he's lost a little bit of weight.
All right, Smith out of the gun. He has Davis in the backfield, or West in the backfield behind him. It will be a give to West.
No, it won't be.
No,
Alex
it's-
Smith taking it himself, and
Oh
he will
my
be 1
goodness.
yard from the first down marker on third down.
Oh my goodness. Who would have expected that?
Who would have expected that every single time? Alex Smith has he does that
31 years
4
old.
times every game, and yet commentators are still surprised every time he does.
And they let West block for him. West
That's
not
true.
the biggest
No,
body.
no,
I mean, he's
not
not
at
a
all.
small man at 5'10", 205, but not the biggest body.
Third and 1, he's back there again.
He's under center, West in the backfield. No,
Oh, okay.
no, that's Spencer Ware.
Oh.
Their big short yardage back in there, and he takes it from way behind Smith and rumbles for the first down.
Alex Smith looked actually a little bit confused there, as if someone was coming for a cross for a fake, and no one did. It's very lucky that they were able to pick up the first down.
Now let me